with one more video on trigonometry, that is trigonometric identities. Before starting the topic, I want to explain you the concept of identity. What is an identity? I hope many of you know the definition. Identity is an equation which is true for all the values of the variables. Identity is an equation which is true for all the values of the variables. Is all the equations are identities? Or what is the difference between an identity and an equation? Or how can you identify some equation as identity? I am going to explain with the help of an example. Suppose I am writing two equations here. One is x square plus 2 is equal to 5x minus 4. Other one is a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is an equation. This is also an equation. What is the difference between these two equations? Okay, if we put the value of x as 1 here, the meaning of identity means which is true for all the values of the variables. Whatever be the value of x, it must be true. True means it must satisfy this equation, or left hand side is equal to right hand side. Then it is an identity. Clear? So, I am substituting the value of x as 1 here. Look at the left hand side. Left hand side is x square plus 2. Since x is equal to 1, 1 square plus 2, that is equal to 3. Left hand side is equal to 3. And what about the right hand side? 5x minus 4. Putting the value of x as 1 here, we get 5 into 1 minus 4. 5 minus 4, that is equal to 1. Left hand side is equal to 3 and right hand side is equal to 1. That means the value of x is equal to 1 does not satisfy this equation. Or the value of x is equal to 1 is not true for this equation. If you put the value of x as minus 1, then what will happen? Left hand side is equal to x square plus 2, that is minus 1 square plus 2 minus 1 square. Since it is an even power, minus 1 square becomes 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Left hand side is equal to 3. What about the right hand side? Right hand side is equal to 5x minus 4. That is equal to 5 into, in place of x, put minus 1, minus 4. Minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9. Means left hand side is equal to 3. Right hand side is equal to minus 9 when the value of x is equal to minus 1. Again, x is equal to minus 1 does not satisfy this equation, or the equation is not true for x is equal to minus 1. Put the value of x as 2. What happens to the left hand side and right hand side? LHS is equal to x square plus 2. That is 2 square plus 2. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. And what about the right hand side? Right hand side is 5x minus 4. That is 5 into 2 minus 4. 10 minus 4, that is also equal to 6. That means x is equal to 2 satisfies this equation. Some value of x is true for this equation, not all the values of x. So, it is not an identity. Is it clear? This is an equation only, but it is not an identity because it is not true for all the values of the variable here. What is the variable? X. It is not true for all the values of the variable here, so it is not an identity. Okay? If you put any value, it will not satisfy x except 2 and 3 because it is a quadratic equation. If you solve this, you will get the value of x as 2 and 3. Except 2 and 3, no other value of x will satisfy this equation. Clear? Therefore, it is only an equation, not an identity. What about this one? a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. If we take, here two variables are here, a and b. If we take a as 1 and b as 2, what about left hand side? Left hand side is a plus b the whole square, that is 1 plus 2 the whole square. What is 1 plus 2? 3 square, that is equal to 9. Okay? And right hand side is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A is equal to 1, so 1 square, that is equal to 1. 2 into 1 into, what is the value of b? 2 plus the value of b is 2, so 2 square. 1 square is 1, 2 into 2, 4 plus 4, this is equal to 9. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, left hand side 9, right hand side 9. That means the values of a and b satisfies this equation. Okay, if we put any value of a and b here, the left hand side will be equal to right hand side, whatever be the value of a and b. For example, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3. Okay, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3. LHS, left hand side is a plus b the whole square, that is 2 plus minus 3 the whole square minus 1 square, that is equal to 1. And what about the right hand side? A square plus 2ab plus b square. Substitute the values here. A square is 2 square, 2ab is 2 into a is 2, b is minus 3 plus minus 3 square. Clear? Now, what is 2 square? 4. 2 into 2, 4. 4 3s are 12. 4 into minus 3. So, what is the answer? It is minus 12. Plus minus 3 ka square, minus 3 square is 9. Plus 4 plus 9. 9 plus 4, 13. Minus 12 is equal to 1. Again, it is true. If we put the value of a as 2 and b as minus 3, then also it is true. If we put any values to a and b, it is true. It will satisfy this equation. Such type of equations are called identities. I hope now it is clear to you. What is an identity? Identity is an equation. It's an equation, of course, which is true for all the values of the variables. It is true for all the values of the variables. Is it clear? That's why a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square is an identity, and this type of equating the expressions or these types of equations are only equations, not identity. I love to explain the concept of maths because that is the pillar. Okay, try to understand the meaning of identity first. Now I am going to explain trigonometric identities. What is a trigonometric identity? Trigonometric identity is an equation which involves trigonometric functions and is true for all the values of the variable. What is the variable here? Variable is angle. Okay, so how can we define it? Trigonometric identity is an equation which is true for, which contains trigonometric functions, okay, and is true for all the values of the variable theta, and is true for all the values of the variable theta. Is it clear? It's an equation of trigonometric functions. It contains trigonometric functions and is true for all the values of the variable theta. Okay? In class 10, you have to learn two types of trigonometric identities. First one is basic trigonometric identity and the second one is Pythagorean trigonometric identities. You have to learn two types of trigonometric identities. First one, basic trigonometric identities. Basic trigonometric identities and Pythagorean trigonometric identities. We will explain it one by one. First, basic trigonometric identities. What are basic trigonometric identities? We have already learned some of them, like sin theta, reciprocal ratios. Sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta, and cosec theta can also be written as 1 upon sin theta. We have already learned it as reciprocal ratios. Next, cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, and or sec theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta. Next, tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, or we can write cot theta as 1 upon tan theta. We have already learned this. I am going to explain two more. Which are there? Now consider the right triangle ABC, which is right angle at B. Okay? I am naming this angle C as theta. Once again, trigonometric ratios. Pandit, Badari, Prasad, Hari, Bol. Sin, cos, tan. Rest are reciprocal ratios. Okay? I am going to write trigonometric ratios here. Here, sin theta is equal to, what is the perpendicular here? With respect to angle C. Always be clear. With respect to angle C, AB is the perpendicular, BC is the base, and AC is the hypotenuse. Okay? With respect to angle C, AB is the opposite side or perpendicular, BC is the adjacent side or base, and AC is the hypotenuse. We know sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is equal to AB upon AC. And cos theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, and cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, that is equal to BC upon AC. What will happen if we divide these two ratios? If we divide these two ratios, means sin theta upon cos theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse divided by base upon hypotenuse. In order to divide it by something, multiply by its reciprocal. So it is hypotenuse upon base. HH cancel. We get this as perpendicular upon base. What is perpendicular upon base? Perpendicular upon base is called tan theta. What is perpendicular upon base? Tan theta. So we can write it as, this is nothing but tan theta. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. That is the next trigonometric identity. Sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta. If we divide it in the reverse order, what will happen? We get cos theta by sin theta. That is equal to base by hypotenuse upon perpendicular by hypotenuse. We will get the answer as base by perpendicular. What is base by perpendicular? Base by perpendicular is nothing but cot theta. Reciprocal of tan theta, that is equal to cot theta. If we divide cos theta by sin theta, what will happen? Base by hypotenuse divided by perpendicular by hypotenuse. So multiplied by hypotenuse upon perpendicular. We get the answer as base upon perpendicular. This is nothing but cot theta. This is our last basic trigonometric identity. Cos theta upon sin theta is equal to cot theta. The first 6 identities are clear to you already. These are the two new identities. Tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta, and cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. Since it is an identity, it is true for all the values of theta. This is all about basic trigonometric identities. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Hope you are enjoying my classes. If you have any doubt regarding the class, comment below. If you like my video, like, share and subscribe it. I will be back with more videos. Till then, bye.